few scriptures. When we look at the chapter, when we look at verse number 25, as I fumble with this document. When we look at verse 25, we see in verse 25, toward the latter part there, it says, and the Holy Ghost was upon him. So now let's begin. Now we understand that Jesus had not long been born. He was an infant. And at this point, being 8 days old, just like I mentioned last week, there was a responsibility of the parents to bring the child to the church. Now, I don't know where your children are on tonight, but it's a good idea to bring your children to church. It is important. There are many things that they can learn in church. Not only that is where they belong, under the ark of safety. And so just like customary, it was customary for them to bring the children to the priest, because there was, in this day, as it relates to Jesus, there was the circumcision that had to take place, the circumcising of the child and the naming. And we mentioned last week that when the process involved the circumcision and naming, that it was typical that the child be named after the circumcision. Now, on this particular text, this mentions, and it said, and the Holy Ghost, on verse number, I'm skipping around here. So they also came to give their sacrifice to offer the children back to God. Once you have a son, that son was considered holy. The first son was considered holy, even going back into the days where they were in Egypt, when they were brought out of Egypt. Are you with me? And the firstborn of the children were not sacrificed, but because they would not let the children of Israel go, those citizens of Egypt, they lost the firstborn, not only of their children, but their calves, but their livestock. Are you with me? And so since then, the firstborn of the family who was the firstborn male was considered holy unto God. Hey, my God. And it would be a wonderful thing if we went back to that now in this time. If we would offer the children back to God